cat. Look at the cat. Get in game. Hop on Zenless. Evil Portal be like, no, Hotel Bars. I love this game. Time is a circle. I would like to yell at the Zeus equivalent. Thank you. This is what AI wishes it was. It will never be. Hello, friends and gamers. So my PC could crash while doing this, but we have figured out how to do like triple tasking. All right. So let me explain. This was originally going to be a reaction recap for Tokyo Game Show Day 1 Part 2. Yes, Day 1 Part 2. Because I decided I was going to end up skipping Day 2. But the fun thing about Tokyo Game Show this year is that everything is pretty much, for the most part, like they kept the VODs up. This usually, like I've been in past years, I've done it like very like bang, bang, bang. We have to stay up for everything sort of bit because they've not kept the VODs up. This year, they're keeping up pretty much all the VODs. So I fell off on my Tokyo Game Show reactioning. I did. So it is 3 days later after Tokyo Game Show Day 1. Tokyo Game Show has ended. It already ended, I think. Yeah, it ended this morning for American friends. So Tokyo Game Show ended for me. So here's the bit, right? Originally, this was going to be a reaction recap and a gacha shenanigans video because there's some Zenless events ending tonight and a Genshin event ending tonight. Would you believe that I haven't updated any of my Hoyoverse game clients? Not a single one. Actually, I think Honkai Impact is updated, but Zenless, Genshin, and Star Rail all need to be updated on my PC. So that's where we're at. So I'm gonna do some studying, do a little bit of homework, and no, it's not even like homework. It's more just like coursework in general. I'm gonna do some coursework, right? And I have it set up like the little picture-in-picture on my main monitor. And we are going to watch some Tokyo Game Show. So if you listen really closely, you'll probably be able to hear my keyboard, but I will be clipping around this VODs. What are we watching today? What is on today's docket? I wouldn't know because it's in a different window. I have it listed out though. Actually, you know what? I can just open up the window, yeah? So we have the Xbox Tokyo Game Show 2025 broadcast. This was all from the second half of Day 1 because they did like one half of Day 1 and then they had a couple hour break in between and they did the rest of it. So I went to sleep and I slept through my first alarm for the Xbox showcase and I was like, forget it, we'll watch it later. It's Xbox. They'll definitely have the VOD up for that. And they do. So we're gonna watch the Xbox showcase. Then we're immediately going to watch the level 5 special match exclusive gameplay reveal. This is supposed to be Square Enix, but it looks like it's Professor Layton, which might be, I don't know if, is Square Enix Professor Layton? I don't know. They usually show off a couple of games, which it looks like there is art for a couple of games here. Professor Layton's one of them. I had Square Enix written down for this time slot. It's not, anyways, moving on. We will then be taking a look at some announcement trailers for various games, news that was essentially shadow dropped during Tokyo Game Show Day 1. We're starting with Fire Emblem Shadows. We're gonna take a quick look at Fire Emblem Shadows, the announcement information for that. That is already out and I've seen quite a bit about it. I know I have some like friends / mutuals playing it, so I keep seeing stuff on my timeline. Then we have some news from Chaos Zero Nightmare. Following that, we do have the trailer for Professor Layton, but I believe we're probably going to see it in the level 5 broadcast. So if we don't see it there, we will be watching it on its own as well. If they're showing the Japanese version, which is very likely they'll be showing the Japanese version of the trailer, we'll probably, if there's an English one, we'll watch it still. So yeah, that will be around. And then we have Limit Zero Breakers, which I had not heard anything about until the other day when they tweeted a PV produced by Mappa. So we will be taking a look at that as well. But first, I'm going to do my coursework and watch the Xbox stream. So yeah, I feel like this is also me shadow dropping that I'm like doing coursework, you know, like the amount of times I've considered going back. I haven't gone back to school yet, but I am doing coursework. So I will be multitasking just a little bit. So let's see if doing this picture-in-picture works. I hope it does. I might have to go in and fix the volume. But we're doing like a million things at once here, so that should be okay. Okay. And then hopefully the next reaction recap, I'll be able to do a second one tonight, maybe, and get my gacha events done, but I probably won't do them. Okay. cat. There's a cat. Look at the cat. All right, I need to do my coursework while they yap. I know that this is like metaphor. It's the Tanuki game. Is that what? Pause. That was Yushun. What? Hoyoverse said, I hear you're not doing your events. What are you doing, bestie? Get in game. Hop on Zenless. Am I updating Zenless right now? I'm updating one of them. It's either Zenless or Genshin. It's Genshin. Not even updating Zenless. All right, I have it queued. I have Zenless queued. Don't worry about it. I guess are we getting something for Zenless? Girl? Or was I, oh, okay. I have to figure out what I'm doing in my coursework. Coursework. Surprising that they do have something for Zenless when, isn't the Zenless special program like tomorrow when I'm recording this? Because I'm recording this on Sunday. Listen, I know why they did the Zenless program on a Monday, because there's a national holiday in China in the upcoming week. And it's actually probably going on right now. Isn't it Mid-Autumn Festival? I think so. But still, Monday morning is not a good time for me. I have a job and I'm doing coursework. You know, Mr. Phil, you were trying with your Japanese, and that's more than I can say. So this is a Japanese franchise, but I can't pinpoint what it is. And I need to be doing my coursework, but I'm not. Evil Portal be like, whoa. Oh, you're cool. Whoa. What is this? Full rebuild. So is it like a re-release of something? Whoa. Because I'm like, is this... But this isn't Bayonetta, is it? It can't be, because that would Nintendo would have the rights on that one. That wouldn't be an Xbox. That would be Nintendo would be all over that. Also, I think I have to do a safety mute, copyright protection program. Where am I in my notes? Okay, I see where I am in my notes. Okay, nothing's typing. Ew! See, I use Google Drive for my notes so I can access it like on all my devices, and it's lagging so hard. I think I'm also going a little bit stir crazy. It's the coursework. Gun, rave, gore, blood, eat. I can't read. I can't read. That's what we're learning today. I have trouble with fancy fonts, all right? This is Indiana Jones? No, this is no. It's the other one that's based on the movie. This is 007. Yes. Yes, they got the music, which I'm muted. Should I just mute this entire VOD, quite frankly? Xbox, you keep giving me copyrighted music. I can't, how am I supposed to work with this? This is why we clip around. Oh, I have nothing against James Bond, by the way. I actually think a lot of the music collaborations they do are really cool. But I've never really watched any of the films, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask, so I've not played any of the games either. Nothing against it though, the music collaborations to do. Every single James Bond music collaboration has been a banger. Unless we're talking about the Adele Skyfall one, that was still a great song, but it's like not a banger because it's like a ballad, but it was still really good. Who is this speaking? Is this like a new character or something, or like a beloved character coming? I'm not sure, because they like really like did the reveal. That is in Japanese. Understandably so. Arc Systems. What does Arc Systems have? Oh, it's a fighting game, isn't it? Double Dragon Revive. I always forget Arc Systems does all like the fighting game re-release type bits as well. See, I was doing my coursework on my laptop earlier because I was out, so I didn't go stir crazy, and it's so much easier on my actual keyboard. Oh my god. I guess I'm just used to it more. Oh, nothing against like fighting games either. I just don't play fighting games really anymore, so this one doesn't interest me as much. But it's for somebody else. That's fine. That's why I don't keep in the full VODs. I just kind of clip around what I'm interested in. Ooh, wait, these guys are pretty. Ooh, they made them pretty. Oh my god. Red Jacket, I love you. They made them so pretty. What the heck? I end up playing the game just because the guys are pretty. I wouldn't put it past me. I've done crazier things before. What is this? Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake. I've heard about this from Koei. They have the live dubbing for this as well. I've not played a Fatal Frame game. Maybe we should like backlog that or put that in the backlog. I know it's spooky, but I've been trying to play spooky games that are good. Ooh, what a cool shot. I already have my Halloween content planned. It's mostly like cozy Halloween content, quite frankly. There's like one spooky game in there. But I already have it planned, so I like can't throw in something this year, but maybe next year. I can just play it anytime too. Oh, they're remaking a 20-year-old title. Okay. Releasing it as if it was a brand new release. Okay, that's cool. Oh, filters. They're using like filters for the gameplay. Okay. Switch filters depending on the spirits. Okay, that makes sense. It's cool to see all like the little like purposeful changes they're making to update the game for like a new audience. Because if they're remaking a 20-year-old game, like, I was like a baby. I was in elementary school when this game, I was barely in school when this game first released. Like, there will be people playing it, like, people who played it 20 years ago will be playing it again, but there's also going to be a much wider, like, more of your audience for a re-release like this is going to be new players. Or people who played the game, like, as a retro game. Like, you know, they played it like, oh, I hit my mic. Like, that's going to be most of the audience playing it now. And even, I don't know what they're specifically talking about, but it sounds like they are adding a feature that they wanted to add 20 years ago, but the technology wasn't advanced enough, and now they can add it. And that's even cooler, actually. Oh, okay, so they say that each title in the series is standalone, so you don't have to play the first one, because this is the second. And this one looks really good, and it looks like the sort of thing I would enjoy. It's like the same reason I want to play Silent Hill F, despite never playing a Silent Hill game before, because I'm like, I kind of like been intrigued by the story, and I feel the same vibe here. Maybe it's because, again, female protagonist, and that I tend to be more drawn to games with female protagonists because I too am a girl. So I don't know, early 2026, we can give it a try. Is this I know what this is. Paw Print Studio wait, this is either, I don't think it's Pal World, because I don't think that's the studio for Pal World, but oh, I know what this is, but I don't. I need like a title card. What is this? It definitely looks like something I would enjoy. I'm blanking on the name. Like, I feel like I know. Like, I want to call it, like, Animo or something. Anima? There's, like, a couple of games with, like, similar names on the horizon, if that makes sense. It starts with an A. Animo! I was right! Do they have a release yet? I think some people were getting early access to that game, but I don't know even where that came from. Ah, war game. Not for me. And that, oh, it's really, they put emphasis on the war, like the historical war aspects. Okay, not for me. Hiccups are hiccuping again. Sudden Strike 5, 2026 release. Yeah, look at them trying to speak Japanese. We love to see it. Oh, this is Fallout for Fallout 76. Oh, I didn't know Fallout 76 is like technically a live service game, I think. Like, I didn't know this until like this past week. Gone Fission. That's what the fishing update was called. Oh my God, I didn't know that's how you spelt that. Like, I think it's a live service. I didn't know that. This would be the type of thing you announce for like a Japanese audience, because a lot of like these like live service games where you like build like a little house type of thing, like Palia has a really like, Palia is like quite popular in Japan, and I didn't know that until like, I knew that, but also like Japanese players go crazy on like designing their like camps and stuff. In this case, it's a camp or like house or whatever. And I applaud you guys, because you got some of these builds I've seen are absolutely insane. Like, if the US player base of a game is like meta theory crafting to hell, the Japanese player base is making like these awesome houses. They're also theory crafting to hell. Game Pass stuff. I don't have Game Pass. Capcom, what does Capcom present? Ooh, this is the Dragon Quest. Oh, why do I want to call it Dragon? It's because the dragons. It's the Monster Hunter stories with the dragons. I mean, it is a quest with dragons, but this was at, oh, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. This was at the Capcom showcase from day 0, technically, of Tokyo Game Show, because it was before Tokyo Game Show actually started. But yeah, they showed this before, and I still, wait, I wanted to get it on Switch. I need to buy it on, ooh, you know, I need to buy that, I might need to buy that for myself tonight. No, not I don't want to get 3. The Monster Hunter Stories, there's a bundle on Steam and Switch right now, or there's a bundle always. But there's the Capcom sale that ends on the 30th. So by the time this video goes up, it will be over. But I have the bundle for 1 and 2 in my Steam cart as well as my Switch cart, and I need to buy it on one of them. I want to buy it on Switch more, because this is the type of game that I like, you know, it's like I want to be able to like play the end game eventually on my own time, I think, or even just play the games in general on my own time so that I'll be ready for 3. And for that, I want handheld. I want Switch. I could just get it on Steam though. I have more room right now on my Switch, so. But yeah, Stories 1 and 2 are also 11, 14. Oh, they're coming to Xbox. Okay, that's why they had a big bit for it. Okay, so 1 and 2 is coming to Xbox in November, and then Monster Hunter Stories 3 is going to release March 13th on Xbox. I don't know if that's the date for everything though. It sounds like it probably is. Now, what is this? About a Hong Kong-based crime syndicate. This also seems really cool. So it sounds like a little mystery game. Bruce Lee! Okay, so yeah, it is like a spy game, but with Bruce Lee. I guess, I mean, it's in Hong Kong. if you're gonna place a game in Hong Kong, you kind of, I mean, you don't have to have Bruce Lee, but it makes sense. Kind of wild. Bruce Lee is your partner against the dragon. And oh, it's a Hitman update. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you make sense. I like that everyone's like trying to speak a little bit of Japanese, but it really does have the American accented Japanese. And when I like always forget that that's like the default for Americans speaking Japanese, because I try a little bit to get the accent at least. I'm talking out of my butt though. The fact that they're trying to speak Japanese at all is great. Gun grade gore blood heap. That's what it was called before the first game, the one that I thought was Bayonetta, but not. So the handheld Xbox console is launching in October. So at this month, by the time this video actually goes up, I will not be purchasing because I got my Switch, my lovely Switch. Just imagine I'm like petting the Switch right now. And I've heard the Ally is even more cost-wise compared to the Switch. So I'm okay with my Switch too. I'm a Switch girl. I'm a Nintendo girl. That's okay. I've always been a Nintendo girl. They had a hands-on booth for the Ally at Tokyo Game Show, but they also had it at Gamescom actually. But Tokyo Game Show is over. And also tickets sold out like months ago for Tokyo Game Show, so like I can't even be like, hey, go get a ticket, guys. This game is out. Is this the Juliet game? What is oh my god, no Hotel Barcelona. Hotel Barcelona, I have this game. Oh my god. So I was, I forget who gifted me a copy of this game. I was gifted a copy of Hotel Barcelona by the devs, or I think probably the PR marketing, so kindly. I do plan to play it. I really wanted to shove it in somewhere in my Halloween game coverage, but I wasn't able to fit it in, unfortunately. Sweary's friends. That's funny. That's actually really funny. This is a fun way to show it off. It's like when even like the creators are excited, that's when you know it's good. But I actually do own Hotel Barcelona already, and we will be covering it on the channel in like a player day at some point. Spoiler alert. I was like, oh wait, this looks so good. What is it? It's like, oh my god, I own it. That's awesome. But Hotel Barcelona is actually a demo dive reject because Hotel Barcelona was supposed to be in like 3 different demo dive videos and never made it in. So I was just like, okay, we gotta play it. We just gotta play it then. So we will be playing Hotel Barcelona. I believe they're showing off the multiplayer mode because I believe there is a multiplayer mode, but we'll be playing the single player. So, but yeah, it was just one of those games that, like I said, demo dive reject for the sole purpose that, it just never made it into a demo dive, and so now it's gonna be in a player day video. Thank you so much to the people who made the game. Put it in your wish list now. Joke's on you, I already have it. I already own it. Go buy and play Hotel Barcelona. Joke's on you. That makes sense though. Yeah, that was they said it releases tomorrow and this was on the 26th, then yeah, that's what it released. So they're talking about Dragon Quest. Now they're talking about Dragon Quest. I'm going insane. This is what coursework does to me, y'all. I know I wanted to play it before, like the re-releases, but I never got to them. Or like because they say you can play 3 and then 1 and 2 or something like that. I need to look that up. Need to look up that one. I don't really have much to say though, because we've kind of seen Dragon Quest a lot in the last like year, because they did the release for 3 and then the re-releases and all that. I think 3 was technically a re-release as well. They've been doing a lot of re-releases for Dragon Quest, so we've talked about it a lot. Looks really nice though, that's for sure. But it still has a little bit of that like old nostalgic charm to it, you know? Like it has a little bit of both. It's updated, but then it still has that charm. Look at those octopi. The little mermaids kind of look like Polly Pocket mermaids. Does this make sense to anyone? Like the tiny little Polly Pockets. Those ones. The babies? That's what this feels like. Was there tiny little Polly Pocket mermaids? I feel like I remember them, but maybe I'm like fever dreaming that up. Okay, so the 1 and 2 remakes are October 30th. Okay. We'll think about that. Xbox Play Anywhere, so this is definitely gonna be on PC, which means it's probably also on Steam. Everything in this trailer is unbroken gameplay footage. Okay. No editing. 7th from 7th beat? Wait, so the narrating of the 1, 2, 3, 4, is that also in the game? Because I think that would get old quickly. They're like they're doing like a voice. Like this feels very intimate. I'm muting because it feels copyrighted. This looks edited. Like this footage looks edited. It's like going between different. There's like way too much happening for this not to be edited, right? Rhythm Doctor. December 6th. I was like, my brain isn't working. December 6th. That's a December 6th release. My brain started short-circuiting, but that is December release. So Microsoft Flight Sim is back. This was also shown off at one of the streams. I don't think it wasn't Capcom. It might have been PlayStation. Okay, opening up on Hiroshima is like, what? I think it looks like they're just adding in, yeah, because there's Kobe. Okay, they're just adding in different like monuments in Japan because we have Osaka now. Yeah, okay, they're just adding some major, okay, major update, content update. We got Kyoto, like that makes more sense. I was like, okay, you're just opening up on Hiroshima. What? That seems like, what? No, they're just announcing the content update for various Japanese locations at Tokyo Game Show. That makes sense. That's a great place to announce that. We already talked about Microsoft Flight Sim though when it was shown the other day. So I don't really have anything else to add. I'm getting so sleepy. It's the studying, it really is. The locations do look really pretty though. That's for sure. Microsoft Flight Sim proudly presents local legend number 22. NAMCY. Oh, is that like a plane specific? I don't know about planes. This music is really pretty though. They don't got PlayStation listed because the PlayStation didn't get launched yet. Play anywhere. So that means it's on the PC again. Oh, and Game Pass. What is that? Whoa. Whoa. What are you? I don't know what this is, but I need to know what this is. Right? Turn-based JRPG. Yes. I need to know what this is. It looks like it's probably like a remaster or something. I can't tell. It has like a old school vibe. I want to know what it is. Oh yeah, is that definitely like a remaster? They're showing 2 screens and there's Japanese text on screen, so I have no idea what's going on. My ability to read Japanese is very bad. I lost my place in my notes. Oh, I found it. I totally didn't pay attention to what that was. Well, gotta figure that one out in post. This is that Star Sand Island or something. I know it looks like the Hoyoverse game, but it's not. A lot of studios are releasing cute, cozy little indie games like life sims again. Time is a circle. But you know what? We kind of need that right now. This is quite cute though. Time is a circle. We have once again entered the territory for cozy life sims to relax and heal to. Okay, that's kind of cute that they have the in-game characters playing the game. That's kind of cute. Wow, the building looks really intuitive though, whatever this is. It looks really nice. Oh, the little capybara. Star, yeah, it's the first character was Star. But I think it's Star Sand Island is the name of that game. It's been announced before. I don't think that gave it a date though. Whoa. You look familiar, but you also look real creepy. This one's in English though. They got English. I don't think this is Crimson Desert, but like the character designs look a little bit like that. So maybe it is, because we've seen Crimson Desert already at Tokyo Game Show. They showed off more gameplay footage. And it's like not as, even though it's called Crimson Desert, it's not as deserty. This one I am just watching. And also I don't want to take more notes. You ever just notice a typo in like the notes, like your copy, like I'm going over notes and like taking my own notes on them. And you ever just notice a typo? Because I just did. Ooh, Project Evil Bay in 2026. Release is 2027, but there something else is happening in 2026. Probably a beta or something. Definitely need to look that one up. That looked really good. Definitely like something I would enjoy. It looks like something I would enjoy. Whether it's good or not is debatable, but it looks like something I will like. This is, yeah, Ninja Gaiden. I was like, the guy with the hair, the 2-color hair, Ninja Gaiden. Remember earlier when I was talking about playing a game because the main protagonist character is pretty? Yeah, this is one of them. October 21st release for this one. Mainline entry. I think you can play them separately though. I'm not really sure. Listen, this looks really good and I'm probably gonna suck at it. But I think the main character is pretty. So if I end up playing it, that'll be why. Thank you. You know, something I found really interesting over the last couple of months is a lot more game devs and publishers when they have to like point out like peak things about their game. There's been a lot more mentions to like having like an enhanced enemy AI, and I wonder if that's just so they can like say AI so they like draw in that crowd, that like very AI slap happy crowd, or they really just mean it like wholeheartedly. I can never tell, because I feel like in the last like maybe it's just because also I'm listening more for that term AI to know like, okay, don't play that, because enemy AI is something that's been around for years, but I feel like in the last 6 months there's been a big increase of like, we have improved enemy AI, and I don't know if that's like wholehearted or not, you know? That's something that I've been thinking about a lot recently, actually. I've been thinking about that for the last couple of months. And I feel like this is the time to say that, because we've actually talked about Ninja Gaiden before. So there's a training mode for the first time. That's actually helpful for someone like me who's going to play just because I think the characters look pretty. I'm going to need that. Master Ninja difficulty. You can't switch mid-game on that one. Damn. We will not be playing on that Master Ninja difficulty. That is not for me. Not built for that. I'm built for pretty characters. They're going to show off some of the gameplay though, which is probably going to go insane. I'm reading it while also doing my notes. Don't worry. I'm not reading it. I'm like looking at it. It does go crazy. It does go crazy. You're like constantly moving. I feel like they probably practiced this. That's wild. Damn. They had to have practiced this. That did go wild. I was right. They do mention the newcomers. And hello, I am newcomer. I didn't see, they showed off difficulty settings, but I think they particularly wanted to show off the higher ones because that's usually what people go for. October 21st for that one. We'll see. Maybe. His main character is very pretty. So this is another Game Pass title, and the cat meowed, so it makes me think there's gonna be a cat involved. Mistfall Hunter. Okay. I've not heard of this one yet. Vikings? Okay. Okay, so they just did a beta, it's like a CBT3, it sounds like. Looks really cool. Very pretty. Something about the gods. I'll probably enjoy it then. It depends though. How like reverent are we being to the gods? Because I want to yell at Zeus, even though this is it's Viking, so it's probably like Norse or Celtic mythology. I would like to yell at the Zeus equivalent. Thank you. This is really beautiful though. This like concept art they're showing, really cool. I like that just like horrid creature. This is nice with the colors. I really like the concept art. This is beautiful. They really do have some beautiful concept art. This is cool. This is sick. This right here is sick. Definitely gonna have to look at that one because they're Steam listed. So definitely gonna have to look at that one on Steam and see if we can't get into another beta test or something because that would be really cool. That'd be cool. Pine Creek Games and Noodle. It's Winterboro. I was like, this looks like Winterboro. It's Winterboro. I've demoed this already. I already would like to play it. Ideally, I would like to play it with like winter holiday video coverage and put that in my like winter holiday specific schedule, but I don't think it comes out in time. But this has already been on my radar. I demo dived it in the Summer Game Fest stuff. I don't remember what was on or off screen though. Really cute little game though. Winterboro is quite cute. Winterboro! My brain can't tell if that was November 12th or December 11th. So actually it does come out in time. My brain, I think, because also usually Japan does year first, but the year was at the end. I'm just gonna look this one up really quickly. Hold on. Burrow release date. Yeah, I'm just looking this one up. November. It's November 12th. So they put the like US date format on that one. I was like, wait a goddamn minute, what is that supposed to be? Because most of the trailers and stuff have had the Japanese date format, and that one I'm like, oh yeah, it's the month. You got the month, you got the year, then the month and the day. Yeah, you get that. But is it this year? Am I getting the year wrong? I think it's this year because I felt like this didn't come out this year. No, November 12th, 2025. Okay, so we might play it for the winter holiday season coverage that I wanted to do because I already have Halloween planned, but I haven't planned the winter stuff yet. So we could fit it in there. We could. We'll see. Because I have other stuff that definitely needs to be fit in as well. So this is another Game Pass game. Is there a chance I have this one? Possibly. Nope, don't have it. Is this Mecha Break? I don't think so. I think this is just a cinematic. Why does this look like League? I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Oh, wait, no, I feel like I know what this is now, actually. Like League, put that in my brain. Oh, I'm kind of right, I think. It's like similar, I think. Really cool trailer, though. The sticker on the side of the thing here says Terminal Brigade. So, I mean that... Oh, Evangelion collab? November 30th. Oh my god. Also, I think I got the date format wrong. When they do it like that. Okay. Because they did 30. Is that how the date works in Japan? I don't know. Terminal Brigade. That's, I was right about that. So they're doing a collab with Evangelion. They have the rights for that now. Okay. I've been talking about this recently because there's been a lot of gacha game collabs recently. And so I've brought up the Honkai Impact 3rd Evangelion collab from a couple years ago because a lot of people are like, in talking about gacha game collabs, I'm like, the IP is gonna leave. We're not gonna have it forever. And that's exactly what happened with Evangelion with Hoyoverse had the IP rights for Evangelion collab for a while. And then it's just been like flopping around between different games. I forget who had it before. Recently, Tower of Fantasy had it, and now Terminal Brigade has it. So Terminal Brigade is now the holder of the IP collab rights for Evangelion. It keeps going around, and it's now with Terminal Brigade. That's why it looked familiar, probably. And also why I thought it was Mecha Break. So here it says October 31st, 2025. And I thought before it said November 30th, 2025. That one is shifting around different places. So I guess they do date first, so that would make sense. That wouldn't make sense before with it was 11, 12 before. Okay, I think everyone's just doing whatever they want. Okay, cool. Now what is this? Ooh, look at that fox. Another bit about the gods. All right. Okay. Weapons and artifacts. This looks like a real-time strategy game of some sort. Power corruption. Actually a fun trope. Ooh, spider lady. Ooh. I played a game with a similar story, I feel like, to this. but it would definitely not this game because the combat, Age of Mythology. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. September 30th. That makes a lot of sense. All right, this is another Play Anywhere title, which means it's going to be on Steam. Ah, Black Ops. This is more about Black Ops 7. I've said my piece about Black Ops 7. It looks good, but I don't do the multiplayer maps don't intrigue me. The story I think is really intriguing with this one to the point where I actually am considering playing Black Ops 7. I'm so serious. They're showing off a like future version of Tokyo for this map, which again at Tokyo Game Show makes sense. Say it with me now. That's beautiful. Oh my god, is that the in-game footage? Oh my god, I thought that was just like a real life, like that dragon statue. I literally thought that was just like something in their office in Japan or something. I was like, damn. But no, that was in-game. Sickening. I do kind of hope that this map looks insane. I do kind of hope it's somewhere in the main game. There's a cat cafe and a karaoke bar. Oh my god. I got him in the cat cafe, as I call it. That's gonna be so. This is gonna be a fun map. Because that's the thing, I used to play a bunch of shooters, so I like know the like terminology and stuff. Ooh, that sign as well, like the anime sign is really cool. What a cool map. Oh, they have a couple of like Japan-inspired maps. That's fun. Again, a great way to this is a great thing to point out for Tokyo Game Show. There's a beta next week. It's definitely probably a multiplayer beta, but we definitely need to keep an eye out for that. It comes out November 14th, but I'm keeping an eye out. Oh, they have dates. Me trying to read Japanese. One of them, it looks like one of them is the 3rd, October 3rd to 6th, and there's another time window that's the 6th to the 9th. I'm gonna have to look into this because my brain doesn't want to read this because I'm really bad when it comes to katakana. Specifically hiragana and katakana are my worst because kanji is like reminiscent to Chinese characters, so I can get by, but no idea what's going on when it comes to katakana specifically. So jury's out. I'll have to look this one up. Continue. Play Anywhere again. So this one will be on Steam probably. It's Game Pass, so definitely probably on Steam. Oh, was that it? Unsure. They did talk about Minecraft, and I did have to cut out the Minecraft footage because they showed footage in the Minecraft movie, and I ain't getting copyright ban hammered today. Not from the Xbox at the very least. I found another like kind of typo in my notes here. The notes I'm studying. Yeah. Like, not technically a typo, but it's like they repeated the same word twice in one sentence. There's like, you know, I think they're just talking about Game Pass right now, though. They have one more thing. We're getting one more thing. New entry in they're one of their biggest and most played franchises, they say. Okay, all right. It's either going to be like a hitter or it's going to be like a gag. What is this? Like truck simulator? Is it Euro Truck? Because there's France license plate in EU, Italy. I think it's Euro Truck, right? New South Wales. That's Australia, though. Yeah? Because they also have the koala. They had the koala. Okay, how did we end up? Okay, now we're in Japan. Forza. It's Forza. And I am muting because they played a little bit of Tokyo Drift. I know that melody anywhere for reasons that I can't get into because it's from the group chat. It's ingrained in my brain. But yeah, Forza, that makes sense. I'm not a racing game player. I'm really bad at driving cars, IRL and in-game. I hit a curb today. I hit a curb when I was going to get my coffee, all right? So that was it. Happy for the Hotel Barcelona mention, because I'm really excited to play that. Especially whenever a game ends up being a demo dive reject, and I say reject because it's one of those games that was meant to be in a demo dive so many times and just never made it in for whatever reason, whether the demo went away or what have you. There's like a million reasons that demos are like listed. I will list a demo for a demo dive and they just don't end up in the thing. So whenever I am able to play, Star Sand Island is exactly, I think I actually got that right. But whenever I can get one of those games into like a player nay video or something similar, or just even playing it, I get really excited. Okay, I know it's no longer showing on screen because they're doing like a montage at the very end, and they're showing the titles in English. But I was using the pop-out window, so you can't see it anymore. But the game that I did not catch the title of was one of the Romancing Saga games, Romancing Saga 2: Revenge of the Seven. So we'll have to look at that, especially because this is not the first time a Romancing Saga game has come up on my radar. We did demo dive. Speaking of demo dives, we did a demo dive for a Romancing Saga game, I think last year. So I think it's about time I take a look at the franchise and figure out what the play order is, because that's the second time that's come up. So yeah, that's gonna be it for Xbox then. So I'm gonna split my recordings and we are going to watch the level 5 thing. I'll probably have a lot less to say, but we'll take a look at it, see some gameplay footage at the very least, which is good because I got coursework to do. All right, this is the level 5 thing. Yeah, okay, so they're gonna show a couple of like usually cozier games. So I think they show 3 if I'm not mistaken. Obviously Professor Layton is one of them, but I am unsure on the other 2. And as per usual, we have one VTuber. Yippee! VTuber supremacy. They always get one VTuber to do this, which is always quite fun. All right, I will not be talking as much, so. They got like a really stacked cast though in terms of like voice actors this year though, and kind of insane. I think they're talking about Inazuma 11 again. I feel like this was at level 5 last year. They like talked about this game as well. It kind of sounds like the audio is delayed from the footage, like by quite a bit, because they had the introductory bit for Yuki Kaji, but they're already onto someone else, which is not them. I think they fixed it. I think the camera was just not right. Maybe, I don't know. Nope, the something is delayed. Either the video footage or the audio, something's delayed. Which that was happening quite a bit at Gamescom as well this year, so not anything wrong with Tokyo Game Show. It happened at Gamescom as well. It's probably just a server thing at this point if it was like so recent. Like Gamescom was like a month ago. And I know YouTube servers have been funky the last couple of months, so. Because that's the other, we had server issues for YouTube during Summer Game Fest as well. So everything's just messed up. It's fine though, because we're really going to be focusing more on the gameplay, so I'll just wait for them to show off the gameplay a little bit. Okay, so we're seeing Professor Layton, Inazuma 11. Again, I believe it's Inazuma 11, I'm not sure. And also Fantasy Life, which I believe they also showed off last year. Inazuma 11, yes, that's the middle one. I said my Japanese reading comprehension's really, really bad, okay? But it's like opposite bad of most people. Oh, they have a special like item giveaway for if you played the demo during Tokyo Game Show on the show floor, and obviously that's over and I'm not in Tokyo. So maybe one day if my Japanese speaking skills get any better. Oh, the little like phone thing that's like you put it on the back of the phone and it like works kind of like a phone stand, or you put your finger through the like ring here. That's the Professor Layton one is so cool. That's really cool. I like it a lot. Yeah, look, it's like, it's very big on the phone too. That's really nice. It's really nice. For Inazuma 11, they have wristbands and the green one's kind of like disappearing because of the green screen. But I really like the phone ring for Professor Layton. I think they had good merch last year too. I'm like, can we have this here? I don't know how you'd get it to the US, but I want it. I think what they do is they make little challenges for themselves, and whoever wins the challenges in this like live stream gets the prizes, like the prizes for playing the demo. I think they did that last year too. Yeah, they're doing the prize giveaway thing for if you win whatever their little arbitrary challenges are, you get the prizes. I'm pretty sure they did the same thing last year. That's cute. Professor Layton is first. I hope they show the trailer, because that's one less thing we have to watch later. They're showing the trailer. Thank you. Okay, it is the Japanese version of the trailer, so we'll probably watch. I'll clip through the English version later. So, fun. I've actually never finished a Professor Layton game. I've played very little of the franchise just because I didn't like have it, because I didn't have consoles growing up. So I'm really excited for the new one, because it's like I finally actually like I can use my adult money to play Professor Layton. That one's for my inner child there. I am muting because they're playing music, but it's like it said Professor Layton in the lyrics, so I think it's probably okay, but I'm not sure. The animation looks so cozy. It looks really, really good, but it just like, I think there's like a warm filter on it, but it's not like the AI warm filter. You know what I'm talking about. It looks really nice. Like this is what AI wishes it was and will never be. So it sounds like this happens a year after the last game, so it means you probably have to play the previous game, but I believe the previous game came out quite some time ago. So that doesn't make, like, if you're gonna do a sequel, having that much time in between doesn't really work, you know? Like, you can do it, but you're kind of like barring out people who haven't played the, because I believe the last game was on DS, right? Or was it Wii? So they're showing off one of the puzzles in game, and they're saying that the audience, us, can also try to figure it out, but oh, I think it's a word game puzzle. Okay, we can't be doing that right now. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Not today. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to figure out the puzzle. That is gonna be for when we play the game. Sounds like one of them is on Switch 2 and one of them is on a normal Switch, which is quite fun. Because I think they even said that it was going to be on both. Or like the 1 and 2 logos were on the trailer. But it seems like they have one person on Switch 1 and one on Switch 2, just to kind of show it off a bit, probably. Or they only had one Switch 2, which makes sense. Because, what was it, Dtopia the other day, They did the demo on a Switch 1. I'd be so bad at this though if you had me doing like the live demo for a puzzle game, because I already have issues whenever I'm like demoing something at an event. I like am at least I'm at least twice as worse, if not more. I think it's just because I know people are watching me and it stresses me out. When I'm recording alone in my bedroom, no one's watching me record and play the game. People watch after, but before, like while I'm doing it, it's just me. So like, just imagine how bad I'd be at streaming. Well, someone figured out the puzzle. Not me though. Stay safe, y'all. I need to take a lap around my apartment real bad, but we're already recording, so too late now. That's kind of rough. They said like, oh, the audience can also try out the game, and then very quietly they added at the venue, at the event. It's like, oh, awesome, great. That really applies to me. Yeah. So they're gonna do the demo bit for Inazuma 11 now, which I believe the rest of this showcase, Inazuma 11 and then Fantasy Life, both of those games were shown off at the level 5 showcase last year. So I'm like, kind of like, we talked about them then, and I think both of these, like Fantasy Life I was more interested in, but Inazuma 11 I believe is technically a sports game, and I don't really vibe with sports games, nor have I'm like not really into the franchise or anything, so I'm kind of like, meh, meh. So it's not like, I'm not really super drawn into this one, and they did show these off last year, so we did talk about them last year. Yeah, soccer, see? Football, if you will. So I don't really have much to say because we talked about them last year, and I don't really play it because I feel like Fantasy Life I think just came out, and I haven't really had it on my radar, so maybe this will change things. I don't know, but right now it's Inazuma 11, and I don't really have a ton to say about it because we did talk about it last year. So I'm just kind of like, eh. My opinions haven't really changed, quite frankly. Wasn't expecting biblically accurate soccer player today though, but I guess we got that. Angel soccer player. I don't know the lore for this. I'm realizing things. I don't know the lore. Music vibes though. This one comes out on November 14th. Wait, they said new title. Is this a different game from last year? Because there was an Inazuma 11 game last year. Is it a different one or the same one? I don't know if I have it in me enough to look it up, but I'm confused now. Oh, early access. They have an early access period, November 11th. They have some gameplay though this time, so we got that. But there was gameplay last year though. No, it's Inazuma 11. Girl, I don't know anymore. I don't have it in me. I'm going back to my course notes. They do have a really cute character creator. You might have got me there. I will not break. I'm not playing not playing the soccer football game. Okay, that's a really cute little avatar, actually. That's really cute. I really don't have anything to say for this one because they're just gonna show off gameplay. And like, we saw, they did some gameplay demoing last year, I feel like, too. And like, I don't know enough about like, I don't pay attention closely enough to sports games to know like what the difference would be, you know? I see how this gameplay loop could be fun though, because I think it seems very active. Like, because I think you have to like interact, like you have to like do all the movements as like the player character, you know? And not as the player character, but like you as the player have to like control all these little guys and like their passes and stuff. And that's like a lot of work. I think this game might stress me out, but also I don't know sport rules. So I feel like if maybe you knew sport rules, it would be a lot more manageable. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, huh? What? Like I do think it would stress me out a lot, but everything stresses me out. So there's that. Ooh, wait, pretty Goldie girl. And she has ice magic powers. I kind of love her. I get it a little bit. I'm gonna be so real. I totally spaced out for a minute because the coursework stuff I was doing, but like that's kind of the experience with me in sports anyways. So it works. It doesn't work, but like it's fine. It's written but so poorly. I can't believe I'm paying for this. Not Tokyo Game Show. What's written poorly is my coursework. I'm gonna be a snob about the grammatical correctness of my coursework if it's something I'm paying for. You know, I feel like that's valid. I feel like I can be a grammar snob if I'm paying to be here. You know. Yeah, I think that's valid. VTuber supremacy. I don't know. I don't know this VTuber particularly, but VTuber supremacy. They won. I lost my place in my coursework. God damn it. Okay, so we're moving back on to Fantasy Life. This is the they showed this game off last year as well, but since last year this game has officially released, I believe. I think I'm saying that correctly. Within the last month or so. So this game I'm pretty sure is out now. It was on my radar at one point in time, but I think with its release it just I ended up kind of falling off at some point. Not in general, but like just off my radar. So maybe this is like a good reminder to like, hey, go look back into it. Go play the fantasy game. You're gonna like it. Go play it. You know, maybe it's time for that. I lost my place in my coursework again. I did the same thing again. Ooh, hello. What are you? What is that thing? get that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Oh my God, what is that? All right, sure, what the hell? All right, that's evil. Okay, didn't show that last year. I'm gonna try to find where I was in my notes. Oh, I think I found it. I found it. Launched in May. Okay, so it's been out for longer than I thought. And they've had quite a few downloads. That's great for them. We love to see it, especially for cozy games. We love to see it for cozy games. One of the 2020, I did not cover the Japan Game Awards because I did not know it was happening until it was happening. I will say that right now. It happened like right before Tokyo Game Show, right? But they won an award, and it looks like they have some new DLC content sometime in December of this year, and that okay, that's what that get that thing back where it came from guy was. Okay, new objects and equipment too. Okay, so DLC in December. I don't know the exact date, but I'm pretty sure it was December. All right, and it's time for, I know they're showing off the cozy game, but it's time for me to call out my coursework again. They're giving like a real life example of something, and it's like dumb as bricks. I'm gonna be so serious, and I'm just like, do I drop out now? Is this a red flag? Do I drop out now? I know this is a reaction recap, and usually with a reaction recap like this, we'll do like second monitor gaming or something. Today you get second monitor studying, and I am going insane. You're welcome. Oh, I think they're showing off the DLC content probably, yeah? I don't know what it is. I just like, I'm not super drawn into this game, and I don't think I was last year either, but maybe, maybe I just need to play it. Maybe there'll be one of those games where I like actually just play it myself and I'm like obsessed. It could be one of those. Sometimes you get a sleeper hit. This could be a sleeper hit. It has a ton of downloads, so probably if I were to actually play it, it would be like a sleeper hit for me. Maybe it was the pirates that were throwing me off. It could have been it. The pirate DLC could have been throwing me off a bit. I'm not a big fan of pirates. I got beef with pirates. Goes way back. Me and pirates go way back, and I got beef with them. So maybe that's what got me, you know? Oh, the little crafting menu is cute. They're like, it's difficult. You gotta, I mean, there is like a lot of steps, but it looks so fun. It looks chaotic and fun, and I love it. I think I would enjoy this a lot, I think. Yeah, I think that you could get me there. I think it was just the pirates that were throwing me off. That makes sense. I don't like pirates. That makes a lot of sense. I like a select few couple of pirates. No more, no less. Wait, they made a little doll. That is cute. Wait, that is really cute. I kind of love it. So they also upped the number of houses. I don't know if that's a DLC thing or what. I don't know enough about this game, you know? It does say they have more, so sounds like they might have more DLC at some point, but maybe I'm speculating too hard. Okay, now they're just talking about the booth. Booth's over. No more booth. Tokyo Game Show's over. See you again next year, where they have an added extra day. I forgot about the added extra day bit. Oh my God. Like, I think adding an extra day to Tokyo Game Show is fine. Also, because now I think it's the same amount of days, I hit my mic, it's fine, as Gamescom, which makes sense. And also, Tokyo Game Show tickets sell out like crazy every year, so the fact that it doesn't surprise me they added another day. But that's another day I have to cover. Like, I enjoy covering little games events like this, obviously, or else I wouldn't do it. But still, it's another day. Oh, the little notepads for Fantasy Life are cute. I want one. I was wondering what the gift for demoing Fantasy Life was, because they had like the ones for Layton and Inazuma, but they didn't have the one for Fantasy Life, and it's so cute. So I was just assuming that they weren't gonna let you demo Fantasy Life because it's already out. I was like, oh, they don't got a thing for it, but no, they do, and it was really cute. So the clear file has two sides. One side is Inazuma 11, the other is Professor Layton. I don't use it. The notepads are cute. I love the notepads. I do. Oh yeah, they did a social media bit too, like a retweet thing. Too late now though. Oops. Oh, actually it's still going on, but by the time this video goes up, it will be no longer going on. It goes to Wednesday, October 1st, I think they said. But I don't have it in me to actually put effort into that right now. So, yeah, my word processor keeps auto-correcting words to the wrong word. Like it'll do like a present tense word, it'll change it to past tense and vice versa. And it's like, no, that the right one was there. Stop. I needed this to go on longer because I haven't finished this section of my notes yet. That's awkward. All right, it's time for actual yapping now. So we have a couple of games to talk about that got shadow dropped entirely, or just shadow dropped announcements during the first day of Tokyo Game Show. So this is not an exhaustive list, but it's the ones that came across my timeline, because there was a couple more. I think there was quite a bit of information dropped about Petite's Planet, which is the upcoming Hoyoverse cozy game, and we talked about that in the other day one video that went up before this because I prioritized that because I wanted to. Oh, also Arknights. Shadow dropped some stuff about Arknights on PS5. A new boss was shown. That is also in the previous day one video. As you can see, I split up the stuff and put most of it in this one because there wasn't as many live streams in this video. So first, we're going to be talking about Fire Emblem Shadows. The video has been kind of playing as I've been yapping here, and it's not pausing for some reason. I can't get the pause button to work, so we're just gonna have to keep shoving it to the, okay, I'm just gonna mute it while we talk about it. Everything I've heard about this is Fire Emblem meets Among Us, but not really. That's the best way I can describe it for you. Bite-sized battles with real-time tactics and treachery. Will it let me, this is so, okay, it's letting me put it in full thing. So we're gonna watch it. I'm gonna cut around. I will have the tweet link down below with the all the information. And I can only play it in 720. Thanks, Twitter. Great trailer, but it's like, it is Fire Emblem. So what else did we expect? I probably won't be playing this game just because I'm really bad at like social deduction type games. Like I was saying, it's like Among Us, but not. So I've heard the gameplay is not, like, it's a lot different from something like Among Us, so I might actually enjoy it, especially because I do enjoy Fire Emblem. I still think I'm gonna skip it right now. Maybe we'll come back to it at a different date because it looks sick as hell. I've seen like some of the character designs for this game, wild, and you're throwing them in like a throwaway Among Us Fire Emblem game, like insane. I need some of these designs to like show up in other Fire Emblem games because some of them are wild, like actually. And look at their little chibi forms. Those are so cute. I need chibi Fire Emblem, but not this. Because like, yeah, see, they have a shadow form, an evil version. I need them to like take some of these characters and put them in enough like mainline Fire Emblem though. Because like, this was shadow dropped on like a random Thursday. Granted, it was a random Thursday during Tokyo Game Show, but still, it was kind of wild. Like, it really was wild when this was just like, this just showed up on Twitter during Tokyo Game Show. So I was like watching something for day one, and it was like, what's Fire Emblem Shadows? What are we talking about, Nintendo? Where did this come from? Wild though. Real-time tactics and treachery, not for me. I'm not like, am I good at real-time strategy? Debatable. I'm not good at social deduction games like that. So it's gonna be, I kind of knew it was gonna be a skip for me just because I'm not really good at those type of games. Wild that they just shadow dropped this with some like insane designs. Again, on a random Thursday. Again, random Thursday during Tokyo Game Show, but still totally unexpected. Especially like, it's weird when something that unexpected comes from Nintendo, you know? But also Nintendo announces their directs like the day before. So like, I guess it's not that weird. I don't really have much else to say on that. I know that there's been a lot of discourse about Fire Emblem Shadows, whether it's like a good game or just bad. I've seen some of the memes, and the memes have been really funny, but especially as somebody who's not playing, very fun. But I don't plan on playing it, so I don't have like any sort of skin in that fight, nor is it the hill I want to die on. So I really don't care if it's a good game or a bad game. All I know is that some of the designs, a lot of the designs are sickening, and I need them in a mainline Fire Emblem game like yesterday. Thank you. All right, next we have the official launch date of Chaos Zero Nightmare. Now, elephant in the room. Chaos Zero Nightmare did just do a closed playtest of the game. I did not take part and or cover this closed playtest because I forgot to fill out the form for the closed playtest. I would have taken part if I had filled out just let it be known, nothing against Chaos Zero Nightmare. I'm actually really looking forward to it, but I didn't cover the beta because I forgot to do the beta form. All right. That being said, October 22nd release date. We have talked about Chaos Zero Nightmare before. This is a upcoming gacha game that the best way I can describe it, it is like, if we're gonna give it an elevator pitch, the best way I can describe it is reverse 1999 OG Arc Knights with a little bit of something like Urban Myth Dissolution Center, the visual novel, mixed in, because that's like the best way I can describe this. Because gameplay wise, it really mirrors something like Reverse and Arc Knights, but then it has eldritch demon horrors in it, and that's where the Urban Myth Dissolution Center aspect of it comes in, I think. October 22nd, I think this is a great launch date. It gives, is this like the week before Halloween? Because launching at the end of October is really good for this game just because it is spooky and it's like people are going to be in that vibe with it. October 22nd is a week and a half before Halloween. And do I have concert tickets for the October? the 20, I might have concert tickets for that day. Nope, I have concert tickets for the day before, which actually with the time difference, it probably is the day of. Because if they say October 22nd here, it's probably not coming out in the US. Well, probably it's coming out in the US on the 21st, and I do in fact have concert tickets that day. So we will be late. It's funny because when I mentioned Reverse 1999, and I was a couple days late to the launch of Reverse 1999 because I had concert tickets for the Genshin concert in another state. So history does in fact repeat itself. And luckily this one's in state, but still, history is repeating itself. Once again, I am not playing the end of October released game. I actually think that this is releasing the day before Reverse 1999, if I'm not mistaken. And I once again have concert tickets. History does repeat itself. What do you know? Time is a circle. So, Chaos Zero Nightmares official launch date has been confirmed. Ahead of the official launch, a developer commentary video will be released in early October, so we'll probably take a look at that, where we'll share our plans moving forward. We'll discuss the business model, so monetization strategies, game systems, as well as balance and design, topics we know many of you are curious about. Lastly, we'll be addressing the valuable feedback we received during the limited playtest. I know nothing about the limited playtest because one, I don't think I saw anyone that I know really covering it, and two, I didn't cover it because I forgot to fill out the form in time. So I know nothing going into this. I'm like a blank slate. But they continue to say, rest assured that we're working tirelessly to make improvements to the game as we prepare for launch. See, that scares me a little bit, the working tirelessly to make improvements for the game. I think I would prefer, like, if you guys need more time, please take all the time you need. Like, that scares me a little bit. That feels like crunch. So, you know. But they continue to say, once again, thank you so much for all the feedback and support you've given to Chaos Zero Nightmare. Please look forward to our next developer commentary video coming this October. So the pause button works here. You let me pause this one. We're gonna take a look at this though. We are going, okay, this one's in 1080. Why was the Fire Emblem video not in 1080? Nintendo, you know, that makes a lot of sense for Fire Emblem. It makes a lot of sense. I love Fire Emblem, but there's times where Nintendo does not, or seemingly does not. And anyways, let's watch this little video, yeah? This is gonna be a little bit creepy, but that's kind of the point of Chaos Zero Nightmare. It's a little bit creepy. But yeah, like the gameplay, I've seen a lot of people comparing it to Reverse. So like I've seen a lot of people being like, oh, it's like Reverse but creepy. But you know, Reverse 1999 does a really good creepy ass storyline. I will say that with my full chest. Anytime they get to be a little bit weird and creepy with it, they do a phenomenal job. So I think if you really do enjoy the like Haunted Highway, Night Green Lake, even just the little bits and pieces we've had, even like the little bits and pieces we had with like Folia d'Arazon, like if you like when Reverse gets weird, I think you're gonna like this game. I'm looking forward to it a lot. That doesn't mean I'm gonna stop playing Reverse, not at all, absolutely not. But oh boy, 2 cakes. And that's my final thoughts on that one. But we will take a look at it with they're doing the developer stream or developer video at some point in the next couple weeks here. They said beginning of October. By the time that this video that we're currently recording goes up, there is a good chance that the dev video could have happened and gone up already. We will be covering it. I was gonna say I'm not expecting it until like the second week of October because of Mid-Autumn Festival, but I think this game is based in Korea. I'm assuming do they have the holiday off? I don't, because it's a Chinese holiday. I'm just used to my gacha games being based in China. You know, maybe it might be the first week of October. I don't know enough about schedule. I'm like thinking about it and I'm like, huh, because I know they think they're also, it's not Mid-Autumn Festival, it's something different. This just broke my brain a little bit. You know, we'll get to it when we get to it. I thought I had a little bit of a reprieve. I don't think. I'm just used to my gacha games being based out of China. So like, I'm like, yeah, we'll have like a week off. No, you don't have a week off. No. Okay, oh boy, 2 cakes. You know, that was how I wanted to end this clip. No, can't end it that way, apparently. Okay, this was the Professor Layton thing I wanted to look at, but I do think, you know, I think we've already seen it because it's the Tokyo Game Show one. The one that was linked here probably maybe is in English, or at the very least is English subtitles, but I really want to go take a lap around my apartment. It's also 10:30 at night and I should probably be done soon. Oh, I have to edit something before I go to sleep. Yeah, we definitely need to be done soon. So we're gonna skip the Professor Layton video because we already kind of did it. But yeah, Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. We'll probably pick this game up. I'm not even gonna lie, so it's fine. Professor Layton will get his flowers, just not today. So last but not least, we have Limit Zero Breakers. I know nothing about this. The account has 741 followers, yeah? Was made August 2025. So this is like brand new, fresh out of the gates of gacha hell. I know nothing about this. If y'all got Mappa, however you pronounce it, on your team, I gotta check it out. So Limit Zero Breakers. This is tagged as Tokyo Game Show, by the way. So I'm assuming maybe, did they have like a booth at Tokyo Game Show? Because if they had been featured on a live stream or something, then they would have a lot more followers right now. Which actually their followers have gone up since I was on here like 5 seconds ago. So like there's that. Global CBT coming soon. Official launch aiming for first half of 2026. I'm just really quickly going to bookmark that so I can come back to it later. But if you subscribe to their newsletter, you will be notified of the CBT. And so I'm gonna really quickly bookmark that so we can be notified of the closed beta tests. All right, okay. Okay, so they have an event at TwitchCon. Interesting. That seems like I feel like that seems like an odd bit, but maybe not. Erica is very cute. I love her. I'm just like kind of scrolling a bit. The characters have birthdays. You know, we'd love to see it. IGN posted about it. Okay. Upcoming real-time action RPG with a straight out of anime art. So it's an anime RPG. Okay. That you don't need to, you don't need to say it in that many words. You'll take to the skies with the team you build in search of the archives of the gods. Pretty standard fare for like a anime gacha game in terms of like, oh, Taki is cute. Taki is adorable. Aiden's pretty. I don't know what else you wanted me to say about that, but yeah, not much to say. Oh, Kaito's cute. Kaito's cute. Ria, the recursive interface archive. Okay, so she's a fantasy AI. All right. So there is a certain amount of like fantasy gameplay as well as like sci-fi. Kadokawa. Oh my, wait, is Kadokawa on this? Okay, things are starting to make sense. Things are starting to make sense. Christian, I love you. Oh my God. The slick assassin. Oh my God. See, we're just doing a Twitter scroll at this point. Yes, Ball is pretty. All right. She's pretty. I don't know what you wanted to hear from me. Oh, cute. This is cute. Oh my gosh. Shion, also very cute. We're gonna like hit a wall soon, probably. Like, how many tweets do they have? August 20th. Okay. They're on Steam. Oh, it's gonna be on Steam. That's wonderful. That's so good for me. I will wishlist you on Steam. That I will do. Yeah, I just, like, they're putting in the work to market this game, but also they're just, like, not pulling in numbers, which, like, I'm one to talk. Okay, all right. I'm gonna scroll all the way back up. We're gonna watch that Mappa video. I will have it clipped in this video. I will not be including the full thing because Mappa is one of those studios that kind of freaks me out a little bit when it comes to copyright. And in terms of the copyright protection program on my ass, we are not going to be watching the full thing in this video, but I will have it linked down below if you would like to see it yourself. It does say full version on YouTube, so I will click over to YouTube because there's only 1:20 here. But if the YouTube version is also 1:20, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay. The version on YouTube is 2 minutes and 28 seconds, so it is longer on YouTube. So I'm not that mad about it. My mouse is working against me. All right, let's watch. Like the full YouTube video will be linked down below, or I'll just link the Twitter that links to the video. I'm not really sure, but this is Limit Zero Breakers. They never meant to be heroes. And if there is music in this, I will be muting it. By the way, I'm just not sure of how music heavy it's gonna be. I don't see Kadokawa. Was that NC? That's the NCSoft logo. NC. Now I gotta pull it up on Steam. Look what you're making me do. I gotta pull up the Steam page now. Watch this be in my, okay, it is a free-to-play game, first of all, but it's, I was gonna be like, watch this, like it's in my wishlist already, and I don't even know where it's from. All right, so this is the Steam page. NCSoft is the publisher. NCSoft is really pulling out all the stops, because this is the thing with NCSoft, right? We're gonna talk about NCSoft for a second. They have multiple games coming out, right? So if we go to their upcoming releases, Limit Zero Breakers isn't here. Is it in new releases? It's not an upcoming. Because they do have Time Takers. There's another game like Cinder City that they announced at Gamescom that's coming soon. I don't even know what Band of Crusaders is. But like Cinder City still doesn't have a Steam page. Does it? Oh my God, wait. Cinder City still doesn't have a Steam page. Wild. But like, I know NCSoft is just a publisher. So like in this case, they're the publisher on these games. But still, they're really so many games. Oh my God. I'm putting it on my wish list while we're here. I'm hoping when they do, because I'm hoping when they do a beta, it is through just like Steam playtest, because that's the easiest way to do it. It's so easy. In-game purchases, chance-based in-game purchases. So this will be a gacha game, online interactivity, and in-game chat. So this is going to be a gacha game. This might be NCSoft's first foray into gacha games. I'm not entirely sure. But if it's not the first, it's their first in a while, I think. So that's kind of wild. Oh, this is beautiful. That's a beautiful art. Oh my God. Oh, I love that. Wow. I'm curious what the gameplay looks like though. You know, real-time action RPG. So it looks like it's gonna be like hack and slash. Probably be kind of, I don't want to say the combat's gonna be like Zenless Zone Zero, but it's probably gonna be a little bit like Zenless. PGR as well. Bring up PGR, action RPG, real-time action RPG. Yeah, anime style of real-time action RPG. So it's gonna be similar to something like PGR or Zenless Zone Zero. However, It is more fantasy based with a sprinkling. It's like fantasy heavy with a sprinkling of sci-fi technological elements, whereas something like Zenless Zone Zero as well as PGR is going to be more sci-fi heavy with a sprinkling of fantasy, if that makes sense. It's kind of opposite. But yeah, this is starting to make a bit more sense now. I was like, I've never heard of this game. I'm the studio, the developer. What is the developer done? Vic Games. This is their first game on Steam at the very least, and I don't want to go Google right now what their other stuff is, but I was like, I've never heard of this game until like this week, and they have Mappa doing a PV. What's happening? And what's happening is that NCSoft is the publisher, and things are starting to make sense. That is like the third upcoming game announced in the last like month from NCSoft, though, which is insane. And great, yes, they are just the publisher. They're publisher. That's still, it feels insane because that's not the only games they're releasing. Like we're talking about games that were like recently announced. Okay, I'm done crashing out a little bit because I was just like, I was like, you got Mappa? How? Oh, look at that cat. That's so adorable. I love the found family. Oh my God, that Christian guy. Yeah, I think I am gonna mute it also just for safety. No, the animation is adorable. Also just so good, but it's Mappa. What do you expect? Really, they're also putting in the work over at Mappa. They're also putting in the work on that one. So cute. The expressions are cute. Oh my God. Oh, she's a little dragon girl. Oh my God. She's so cute. That's my daughter, everyone. Pink-haired dragon girl is my daughter. I'm claiming her now. I'm adopting her. Oh, there's more characters in here that we didn't see on the Twitter page. So there is definitely more characters coming. Also, I probably didn't need to mute this, but I muted it anyways. I'll unmute. Because I thought there was gonna be like, it was gonna be like a music video. Whoa, pretty boss lady. I thought that they were gonna use vocal music. It was gonna be a music video, but it's not. So no, this looks insane. Oh my God, you're pretty. That Christian character is definitely supposed to be a reference to like Apollo. You can kind of, because they have a bow and arrow. So it's definitely supposed to be an Apollo reference, but like not, because they'd like change the hair color. Yeah, I see you. Vic Games. Pretty boss man? There's another one. Oh my God, they're all pretty. If evil, why hot? We've been over this before. Damn. It go boom. No, definitely more characters on the horizon. I will follow the Twitter account. We will probably have other content for this game, and I'm hoping we can get into that beta because that would be super fun. Coming first half of 2026 is wild. Wishlist now on Steam, available soon on App Store, Google Play, and Purple. Kadokawa wait, Kadokawa is mentioned here again at the bottom. Is Mappa, who owns Mappa? Is it Kadokawa? Maybe. I don't know enough about my anime studios, but this is wild. This is gonna be a fun game. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna have fun here. I really quickly would like to look up, hold on. Y'all can look at the Steam page for a hot sec. I would quickly like to, and the Steam page went down, but I need to look up really quickly. I really quickly need to look up Mappa's connection to Kadokawa. Just like, what? How is Kadokawa connected to this? They don't own, I guess Mappa and Kadokawa are just both relevant here? Okay, fine. My head hurts. Let me find like a good money shot. Yep, that's the money shot. Hold on. I still have Steam open. That's the money shot. Yeah, look at everyone. They're so cute. I'm gonna like this game. I know that. I know that for a fact. So that was all the random things that got shadow dropped during day 1 of Tokyo Game Show that I know of. If I missed anything, quote tweet or like mention me under it on Twitter or something so I can find it easily. If I missed something, please let me know. Thank you. So I'll have everything linked down below, or at least like a conglomeration of links so that this video doesn't get shadow banned. But if you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. As always, I hope everyone had or is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys!